Amanda, are we live?
You gotta talk. There's two people that's
Excuse
listening
me.
to you.
Hi, two people.
I do.
What time is it? Let me see
Oh,
on my
somebody
phone.
gave a thumbs up.
Hey, thumbs up. I can hear you. Hey, no more technical difficulty. We're all set and ready to go.
Oh, you got a thumbs down. No, you
You got a
didn't.
thumbs down.
No, you didn't.
Hello?
Hello?
Hi, everybody. Welcome to Incredible Tiny Homes. I'm Randy Jones, and I'm in Newport, Tennessee.
Oh, I thought you were going to talk a different way.
I always wanted to be a newscaster. I really didn't, but it just sounds like I should now because I'm on. Yeah, gotta.
You never
I gotta.
ever.
All right, man. I'm trying to like gotta. When I do that, it's mean like I don't want to hear your voice. Okay, so I go gotta to interrupt your voice. Gotta. Everybody, you're in for a ride tonight. Okay, you're in for a ride.
I should be home watching a scary movie.
Her voice is annoying. Okay, here we go. All
Maria
right.
said, "Turn around, Randy. I'm afraid."
I'm afraid.
Be
All right.
afraid.
No. I'm not. That's not me in the chair. I'm in another room. That's our guest.
Oh.
Yeah, that's our guest. We have a guest. I'm in the kitchen right now, right? And I didn't want to just, I steal all the attention from the world. So I didn't want to steal the attention from the guests. So, yeah, I'm invisible right now. Had a big day today. Worked on the foam panel house. It's looking awesome. Hopefully get you guys some pictures tomorrow on tomorrow's show. So stay tuned for another hot episode from Incredible Tiny Homes in Newport, where people...
Like Wolfman Jack. Remember
Yeah.
him?
Yeah. No.
Wolfman Jack.
No, he didn't play George Strait music, man. I never did listen to him, and I only heard Conway Twitty and Merle Haggard. So,
Well, I did those too, but I heard Wolfman Jack.
well, I wasn't no, I was pure country, man.
Ask
They just
anybody
no.
if they know who Wolfman Jack is.
Wolfman Jack.
Y'all know who that is?
Amanda,
You want to ask it.
I'm talking about tiny homes. We can't get off the subject. All right. We have a guest star behind the chair,
Oh.
and
Well, where are you is what I was wanting to know.
I'm in the kitchen.
Oh. Randy's in the kitchen.
Yeah.
Oh, look. Is that you on the door?
On the door.
Is that you on the door, the little man on the door?
I'm the little fella. It's like a tree frog stuck to a door.
Look, there's Randy on the door.
Like a tree frog.
Okay. Okay.
If today could have been busier, we wouldn't have survived. It was an amazing day. I'm telling you, if you don't think things aren't changing around here, you need to come visit. I wish I could hook somebody to my belt loop for the day and just see what you'd be dragging at the end of the day. It's amazing.
It
Yep.
is.
It's just crazy. But you know what? We're progressing. We're doing good. When you know you got people that hate you and love you all at the same time, you know you're doing something awesome.
That's true.
Yeah. Yep. That's why, you know what? At the gate, you cannot carry a firearm on on these grounds because there would be multiple shootings.
Well, you better tell some people.
Is somebody packing?
There's all these people packing.
God, I hope nobody's packing. I'm going to have to unload everybody at the gate.
Good Lord.
Yeah, that's not right. I can't carry a firearm. No.
So,
Yes. All right, tonight's show.
gotta.
Let's get on subject, Randy. I'm tired of, you know what? I didn't tune in to hear you gab. Gotta. Tonight's guest. It was a great example of how you buy an incredible tiny home. All right.
Yeah.
So our guest that you're going to see is one that's going to look for buying a tiny home. From what I've interviewed before the show, she said,
She who?
the guest said that she had been researching a lot and looked all over the country and the world looking for tiny home builders and what they do and how they do it and their process and all this stuff. So she called and said, can I do an interview? I said, you know what? You've been doing this so long. I want to get you on the air so everybody in the world can see your experience, hear about it, what you've done, how you've gotten to the point where you've got. And but she said she's confused by Amanda. She's confused by our protocol. I thought, you know what? I'm glad you're coming on because we're going to straighten you out. So I got an interview with her before the show, went through the website, went over a few other things, and she is now understanding exactly what it takes to buy an incredible tiny home. What's our guest doing? What are they doing?
What? What? I want to know why there's a bag of potatoes over there.
Well, I'm sure our guest will say, I can't see the bag of potatoes, Amanda. I'm in the kitchen.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, all right. So she said she's got the process down. I said, would you be so kind to tell the world how to buy an incredible tiny home? And how do you get a tiny home from them? How do you get an incredible tiny home? How do you design it? How do you come out with all that information? All right. So, how do they say? How do you say? How you say? With no more time delayed.
Without further ado.
Oh, there's the further ado thing. Yeah. Without further ado, may I introduce you to, right?
Who?
Astiango Matilde Grande. That's what she said her name was.
Who is it?
Mascherando e Grande. That's what she said her name was. I said, you know what? That is a beautiful name. It made my heart skip when I heard that name. I could tell that our souls met, intertwined, and I was just like joined at the hip to her. And I think, you know what? This is going to be awesome. This is what I wish every customer could do, is have this communication overlap, intertwining, finger locking, soul twitching relationship.
Okay.
Yeah. All right. With no further ado, I'm going to introduce you.
Without further ado.
Oh, without. That squeaky voice, annoying voice telling me how to talk. All right. Oh, let me see. Okay, Antrianda, you can turn around now. Don't be scared. You be fine. And I'll be in there in a little bit to help you, but I think you got this. We coached you quite a ways, so you're good. Okay? Quite a ways coached.
Quite a ways coached.
Yeah.
Quite a ways coached.
You've got that microphone, so go ahead and use it. You're good.
Okay.
Okay. Okay. Here we go.
Was that going to be today?
Well,
Why are you making noise with your feet?
that's how I turn the chair. I cannot take bigger steps. I got to take a little bit of steps. See?
A little bit of steps.
When I want to turn a quarter of the turn, I got to take a 52 steps. Do I hold this in my hand?
What?
He said I can talk this and do this. No.
I'm sure glad that Randy gave you a clean towel to wrap up with.
It's not the Randy's, it's a mine. This is from my homeland.
So that's your shawl.
It's not my shirt, it's my head covering. I see here, I brought some home potatoes. I grow these potatoes in my own garden.
Why do you carry potatoes?
Because they're nutritious.
You afraid of getting rickets?
You eat a potato a day, you live forever. Fortified with all kinds of vitamins, protein, nutrients. Yes. Hey, what's he?
What's he?
We eat you at my house.
I
Dog.
mean, what's
Either
he?
dog work or dog go to eating. You either get eat or you eat. Okay, my feet are done. I'm tired of my feet. I'm tired of turning, okay? So I think I'm in the right direction. Hello, my name's Andreando. And my homeland is Sicily.
What?
The boot. They call in my country the boot. It looks like a boot. So I live in the Sicily.
Okay.
And oh boy, where do I begin my journey? It's been so long to get here. Yeah, so.
Someone's asking, are you a nun?
No, not a nun. I'm a,
This poor peasant woman.
no. I'm what you call,
What?
they,
Nervous?
they used to call me a peasante. The person that have no money. But then my family run into some money, and I'm a royal to peasante. I have a royalty.
Do
Because when you get the money, you got royalty,
And they
you know?
win the lottery?
And so I said, oh, I got the money. I always wanted to live in a little bitty tiny home. And I look on the internet, because we had internet, and I say, ooh, la, la. Ooh, la, la. Ooh, I like them little things. And
Somebody
so,
wants to know if you have restless leg syndrome.
no, I just, I'm not used to a chair that move.
Chair
All right.
that move.
Not a chair at the home. It don't move it like it is, say. Okay? It don't go side to side and I feel good. So I gotta keep on my feet moving a little bit and keep me still. But
Well, excuse me, but Colleen's asking, is she buying a tiny house?
yeah, let me get on with my story and I'll tell you about the tiny house I'm going to buy.
Yes.
Yeah. Oh, people literally, that's the question. Literally, in my hometown, you don't interrupt, the elderly. You let them carry on a little bit, say stupid stuff, but you never say nothing.
Oh,
okay.
You're elderly.
I can tell I'm in America. Okay. You guys got no patience. Okay, let me tell you, my journey of a tiny home, isn't that what's titled the stupid show? Is it like how you buy an incredible tiny home, baby?
Get on with yada yada.
Yeah. Oh, I'm
Okay,
supposed
yada,
to,
yada.
and I'm not supposed to move the microphone. I'm supposed to talk it into the microphone there. Yeah. Okay. So I want to tell you a little bit about myself. Okay. So I look in and I go, hey, I want a tiny home. My mom and my grandmother and my great grandmother. Yeah.
Michigan's coming out.
Yeah, we live a long time over there. My great grandmother is 442 miles years old. So I
Be
be
better making meatballs.
oh, that's not so nice. Hey, I be home. I be 75 in on December.
Meat
So
the balls.
eat the ball. Okay. But I look on the internet, the www dot stuff, I look on there and they say, hey, a tiny home. So I look at there and I go, ooh, oh, so much money. I look, oh, I can buy.
I said, I hope you don't need financing.
No, I pay the cash. I pay the cash. I got the gold, the bullion. I dug out of the ground and I got the gold. I figure I called it Randy. I say, you take gold. He said, I take anything. He said, okay. So I come across the pond on a little boat. I come over here. I say, I don't want a tiny home. I look, and I say, oh my goodness, how come it's so expensive? Huh? Wow, you could buy a vineyard by the time you pay a tiny home. I said, yeah. He said, so I found an incredible tiny home. They got the sign right there. It says, you can't look under my dresser. Oh my goodness. This is knitted from my grandmother. She knitted this dress for me. Yeah. See, you know what they call my legs? See, I thought I would wear my shoes I wear in the farm. And in my sleek and tiny leg, because even though my calf is the size of my thigh, okay?
That's true.
It's made, I'm built for hauling, okay? My daddy always said, he goes, I didn't have a voice, so you gotta haul. So I hauled rocks every day. I built rock walls. I built rock house. I built a rock foundation. So my leg are big, and it is from, watch yourself.
Oh, yeah.
No touchy.
No touchy.
Yeah. Okay, back to the story.
All right.
I got a tiny house. I want to come in and I say, you know what, Randy Jones, you're the least expensive tiny home in the world. That's a holy moly. I'm going to talk to Randy. So I come over here and I say, Randy, hey, so he nice enough to say, hey, I come off a house. I know you got to get it done by Thursday, but we're going to take time for you. I couldn't believe he took time with me. Well, we do it. Hey, Casara, whatever you want to do, you do. So I carry my shot and we get some of the sun on me. I do. Yeah. We go and we look around and I don't understand his process. Hey, how do you buy one? I got money? Okay, now what?
Oh, listen, Granny with an attitude.
Yeah. So what do we do now? I got the money. I lay it on the table and I want a house. And what do you do? Yeah. Well, Yiddy said, well, you got to know what you want. You got to know, you want the RJO. You want the freedom. You want the craftsman. What's that?
Now you're French.
What is all that about? I don't know what you mean. I just want a tiny home, okay? I want the bigger windows, and I want to be able to soak on my bigger leg in the tub. And I go, hey, I want all that you got. All right, but I don't, no, don't you go over budget. So he said to me, he said, he said, take his crayon, take a crayon and put it in your fist. And he said, you go down and you just draw like big circles and you say, I want my bathroom over here and I want my kitchen over there. And what do you want in the kitchen? You cook a tomato. So you got a tomato, you want a big sink. And you wanted them gooseneck of us.
Sonia said, I want a foamy house.
I want the foamy house. I don't know if I bought the foamy house. I've been looking at it today. It looked good or good. I don't know. I got to call home and ask the Papa about it. Papa, what do you think about the foamy house? What do you think? He said in the war they had a foamy house. And in the war, and during the war, it was all good. Yeah, he's a little bit from the Bronx here. A little bit from the Bronx. I got a little Bronxian in the Bugatti. So I go to him and I say, hey, okay, I think I know where I want my kitchen. I think I know what I want on my bed. I think I want to sleep on the main floor. Yeah. Okay. And I said, I want to sleep on the main floor. So, he said, well, you want a loft? What's a loft? What would it do for you? I said, I don't know. I can't climb ladder. I don't want to make no step. He said, you don't need a loft. He says, don't waste some money. Just keep it on the main floor. Go longer. Go wide, a little bit. You're going to pull it behind the truck or you're going to stay stationary. I said, I don't know. I don't know what I do. How am I supposed to know what I'm going to do? How am I supposed to know?
Michael said, forget about it.
Forget about it. Forget about it. Okay. He said, but you got a budget. You want to spend $52,000. I go, okay, I bet you do. I said, whatever.
So you have to have a budget.
So you got to have a budget. Got to know how much you're going to spend. And so I go, hey, Randy. Okay, I go spend $55,000. That's all I got. He said, whoa, 55. Whoa. No, Randy, you can't fix your 52 pickup truck with my money. You got to build my house first, okay? So I say, hey, okay, I think I want everything down on the main floor. So he said, go RJO. You go to the RJO house. I said, okay, I go to RJO. He said, everything on the main floor. I can sleep, I can walk, I can cook, I can bathroom, everything. I said, but I want a tub. He said, you got a tub, $300 more, you get a tub. I said, oh, really? Okay, well, I paid the $300, you get a tub. Okay. So I got everything I want. So I got to me a design. And he said, hey, I need my wish list. I said, ooh, wish list. Hey, I know what I want on my wish list, but no, he said, you can't have that. You got to have stuff in your house. Oh, okay. So I said, okay, make me a wish list. And that's it right on there, what I want. And I said, I want some tile on the back to splash. And I want a USB port up in my bedroom so I can put it in my phone at night. Then I'm like, I want some tile in the bathroom because I don't like talking out on the wood floor. Then I say, okay. So I make a wish list. And then I hand it to Randy after he gets off the phone. I said, he got sunburn. He's been working all day. I was like, well, whatever. You got to work, right? So he come in and he talks and he goes, hey, he adds it up. And it comes up to about 42.50. No, come to, what was it? It was, it come up to $53,242.22. I'm like, I'm on the budget. He said, yeah, you could spend more if you want to. I said, okay, I like to spend a little bit more. What can I get? You'll get a bigger refrigerator. If you want, you can get all, you can get an appliance if you like. I said, so you know what I like? I was like, don't trade it on. No, I won't want to tank. Let's a water here. Because I got me a bigger tub. A 19-gallon not going to fill my tub. So I want a tankless water heater with a gas. Yes. Okay, I like it. So now I got a $55,000 house. It's a 10 by 20. I think what he says, I don't come
What
at
did
10 by 24, 10 by 26, something like that. Okay. Whatever.
When he said 22 cents, he sounded straight up country.
So he go. I said, what's the next step? I got to give him my money. I got to get on the ship and go back home.
Yes.
So I said, okay. So we got a $55,000 budget. I got spot on. Okay, good. Next guy come in, he's like $82,000. You're like $30,000 less. Okay, good. So, that's why I came to the Maricard and talked to Randy. So I got me a design and I got me a budget. So I'm going.
A what? What was the last thing you had?
A budget.
A Bugatti? A Bugatti? I want a Bugatti.
It's a budget. It's how much money you're going to spend and what you're going to get for your budget.
Look
Yeah.
Ace has done give it up. He's like, oh.
So I got my budget,
Forget this.
I got my design,
Yeah.
and I go, okay. She said, okay, give it to Alyssa. Who's Alyssa?
Who's Alyssa?
Who's Alyssa?
Who's
You,
Alyssa?
oh, I can't talk to you. You got to talk to everybody else. So what's going on there? I say, hey, he come in there, well, number 27, he's son. No.
What
I
is
said,
she?
he said, no. I said, hey, Alyssa.
But the-
So she fixed me up on a budget, and I go like an estimation. That's no touchy, no touchy, no touchy. Yeah.
Do you, I'm sorry, but the whole the whole process that you're talking about, none of that happens. That's not how it goes.
Well, I come here, and then I come walk, and I make an appointment, and I come across a pond, and then I get a special treatment. Hey, no, don't touch it. Okay. Okay. So, let me see. Okay.
What a nice little dress.
What's that? Randy talking to me in my ear. I got a microphone in my
Yeah.
ear. He said, talk more in English, you're confusing the people.
Okay. Well, maybe.
Well, normally you do this on the phone, okay?
Well,
So normally you're at your home, you live in, you live in Boston or something like that.
Boston?
Boston, yeah.
Okay,
So you live up there, it's somewhere too far away from here, and you got to do all that yourself. So if you're at your desk and then you're in the basement, and you're talking and you look on the computer screen and you're in the basement and you go, hey, Randy Jones, okay, do my design, okay, I got a budget 55, okay, email, boop, and you send it to the email, email, and then you get the response.
Emailing.
Yeah, you get a response from Isa, and she said, no. Normally you get from Sam, Sam, he's in charge of the sales, and then I talk about the So I go, okay. So because I'm physically here, I'm going to go ahead and I want to look around. I want to see. I want to feel. I want to touch. I want to experience a tiny home. You know, the home that I live in, the back of home, it's a big rock. Everything's a big woods and big house
big
and
rock and a
big
big
rocks.
wood.
Yeah, my house is built out of. I got big leg, carry the rock. Your rock can build the house. So I say, hey, I never touched a tiny home. I want to feel the tiny home. So I get to walk around and I get to see the tiny home. Okay, so I get a budget, look at the times, yellow like a 10 to 24, 10 by 24. It's fine. Don't touch it, please. Please, don't touch your leg.
You know, I have a suggestion. I have a suggestion. Maybe, why don't you go look around a little bit more, and maybe Randy can come and
How do we confusing everybody?
just a little bit. But maybe you can go look at some more houses. That to help you get a little bit more clear. You can take your shot in your little flannel skirt.
Well,
with you, too.
take all. It's like this.
Is that velvet?
It's like this. Can I tell you? Where I'm from, another lady don't touch my legs. Okay, so I'm going to get a little offended.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, you touch my leg. Yeah. You know, I bring a potato to share with everybody. They ask me, why do you bring potato? I said, well, potatoes are good for you. And you know, they say, why you bring a bag of potatoes? I said, why you bring a bag of potatoes? Because they're good for you. It's a gift, you know. It's like instead of bringing flowers, I bring potatoes. Okay. You know, I get the picture. Okay, I get the picture. It's time to move along. Like a skip. You know, it's like a skip, like a dog. You open the dog runs. And you want me to run right after the dog. Okay.
You just go look around, honey.
I take my potato and I go.
Take my potatoes and go.
I go look at it at September 24th. Way. Okay.
Don't walk away mad.
Oh, not too bad.
Oh, not bad.
When I'm from, you don't get the mad. You get the even. Okay?
Okay.
Have a good night. I'll see you. I'll be back in a little bit.
Okay.
Yeah. I can be back.
Okay. Well, she'll be back.
Amanda, where'd she go? You running off?
Randy, she went to go look around some more.
No.
Yeah.
Amanda, she's supposed to explain the entire process.
Of course, it's dark outside.
She's used to working in the dark.
Are you still in the kitchen?
Well, of course. Hey.
Oh, hey, Randy.
Well.
Hey.
Where'd she go?
She went to look around some more. She's undecided of what she would like.
She was totally on mark when I
Was
left her today.
she?
She had everything.
Okay.
She was set.
Oh, good.
Are we live?
We're live. Yes. Hello. Good evening. Good evening, everyone.
Well, you just said it, so I won't say anything. You know, when you get about 15 years old, you want to tell your mom and dad, you want to say, you know what? It's about time
What?
that you bug out.
Yeah.
Don't speak for me.
Yeah.
Okay?
Bug out.
Just don't talk to me.
Yeah.
I'm not talking to you.
Yeah.
And if you talk to me,
Yeah.
I'm going to get mad.
Yeah.
All right?
Well, if you'd have been my 15-year-old, you wouldn't have said that.
Really?
Really? That's really.
Yeah. You don't know this 15-year-old. So don't talk for me. All right. Good. Well, let's knock it down. She got a little confused, but I think she was spot on about everything. I heard her over there. I was eating a little bit. I was eating actually a potato.
Oh, did she give you a tater?
No. Well, yeah, on the way in. But I thought it was a good example of what people do when they come here and they want to they want to buy a tiny home.
Right.
If you have your design, I can price and do everything you need in 17.3 minutes. I used to take a house, draw it in about 22 minutes, take a picture of it, send it to somebody, they said, good, and I'd sign a little contract on the phone, send it to them, they said, go with it. That's how we did. I bet I did 150 homes like that when we first started.
Oh, yeah.
Yep. And, but, you know, as you get bigger and you got other people speaking for me, you got to have a technique and rules and all this stuff, because I got all this in my head, and you got to mimic yourself to be able to sell more homes. So it's hard to duplicate everything, how I would handle everything. So that's why we had to come up with, upgrades and base prices and all that stuff. You got to have that, because we want to sell more than, 1 or 2 homes a month,
Right.
So anyway, but there was some questions about buying a house here. All right. And I always tell everybody, give me a sketch and a wish list. Constant. That has not changed since we started. I need to know what you want, all right, a budget and the size, and I want to know what you want in your house, because that influences the price.
Right.
And the biggest thing is, do you want to sleep upstairs or downstairs?
Right.
Done. And then we can improvise a little bit with maybe an easy access loft or maybe a reverse loft. You want to sleep on the main floor, but then you still got stairs to contend with. Other than that, budget sets everything, type of siding. If you want any amenities inside, like tile or any upgrades with a Murphy bed and stuff like that. So after I get your guys' sketch, and like if you call a salespeople, now we got sales, my brother does it. I think we got 2-3 other salespeople across the country. And so what you do is we'll talk to them. You give them a sketch, right? And you can actually go online. You can actually go online and say, hey, you know what? A 10 by 26 costs this much money. This is what you get on the house. And that's about it. Now, we do have about probably, 10% of the people actually come here and visit to buy a home. The other 90% all buys online. And so that's why we try to give as much information as we can. So if I was doing this, I did it, so I'm trying to think, I hate getting on the internet and not knowing what something costs.
Right.
Oh my God, I love this house, but how much is it, right? So not everything we have is priced out. So you get on the gallery and you go, how much is that house right there? And we are bad about not having the price of that house on the gallery, the size and amenities. It just takes so much. We have been busy building.
Very busy.
So what we are builders. I'm a carpenter, all right? I'm not a web designer. And we don't have the money to pay a web designer. The web was done. It's so much energy, mental energy, to be able to critique every single item on the web. I wished it was done. I understand it needs to be done. But when my day ends at 9, 10 o'clock, and I got to get up at 5, and I got to swing a hammer, I got to get 10 guys going, or we got to get Tom, everybody's rolling. It's just one day rolls into another and another and another. So, but I do agree that, information is awesome. And I wish we had more information on our website so we could feed you guys. So, we're trying to get it to where it's the most self-shopping as you can. So you look at a house, I think it's a 10 by 20 or something like that we can do. So you figure it out on our price list. And you say, hey, I want some amenities. If you don't have the prices on amenities,
Or upgrade.
upgrade, we call them upgrades. So if we don't have the price of an upgrade, or even we don't have the upgrade, because upgrades are, you guys could come up with an upgrade we've never done before.
Correct.
So just put it on an email. Hey, here's my sketch of my home. I think I want a 10 by 26, and these are upgrades that I would like to have that I couldn't find prices on your website. Send that in an email. Well, in the sales, we'll add it all up, boop, send it right back to you. You say, now I know it's $63,000. Okay. Then you might say, hey, I'm going to watch some more videos. I'm going to find out a little bit more about the company. I want to do a background check on Randy Jones, how many times he's been across the country and what he's gotten into, if he's lived under the ground, if he's got dirt on him, right? And then you're going to say, I'm good. All right, so let's say you make up your mind. I'm good with the company. I'm good with the price. I'm good with this. I see everything. I've got 642 videos to look at, and I'm going to try to make up my mind without going to visit because it's going to cost me $1,000 to go there, stay 3 nights, and come back home. All right. So then if you're ready to go, you can call the sales back from the email or email say, I would like to schedule a time to talk. How can I get this done? I know exactly what I want. Now, you may need some coaching. You may say, I don't know if I want a compost tote or not, or I don't know if I want, wood floors or not. Well, that's something you can actually make up your mind. I've had people that would go to Lowe's and they would go look at vinyl floor, or they would go online and research vinyl floors. You'd research the types of woods that we say the house is built of. Like when I go out there, you got lap siding and V-groove and board and batten and the metal roofing and all that. And you can do a lot of research on yourself and find out everything about we use, all right? And if you don't know what we use and we're not informative enough for you, make a list, email it to us, and we'll fill you in. We'll say the kind of caulk we use, the screws we use, the wood we use, anything you want to know, we'll tell you. But after you get in your comfort level is done, you know the price, you know the quality, you know the people, you know what's going on, it's set. Then that's the time you can email the sales staff, and then they'll make an estimate sheet and a contract for you. And then there you got something legit. Now this time of the year right now, the estimate sheets are only good for 10 days, okay? Because prices are fluctuating everywhere, right? So you get a price for 10 days, and normally when somebody wants to buy a house, you buy a house. Okay. Now I understand if you just want a price, you all could come up with a price and get 97% close to what it's actually going to cost you.
True.
Just on your own.
Right.
By looking at the prices is on our website, what we talk about, the upgrades, and you can just kind of see. All right.
I think the tax, I don't know what our tax it's listen to, it's
4.5%.
Is that what it is?
Yeah.
Okay.
Overall, about 4.5%, because we are labeled as a manufacturer in housing.
Okay.
And so they lower the cost on us. And that was a big thing. Our company's been through so many things this year because they didn't know how to classify us. If we wouldn't have been classified as a modular home, as this a regular company, we would have been taxed almost 10%. You all have been taxed 10%, and that's what the state tax is here, almost 10. But because we're a manufactured home, it's half of that. Isn't that cool? So
cool.
All these things they've slowed some things down and been hard to get financing, hard to get the community set up and all that. But we've actually, what do you call it? We've forged the path for everybody else to fall behind us because of all the criteria and the bureaucracy that we had to go through to get to this point, right? But if you can I try to treat you guys like I would want to be, is like, hey, when I get on there, I want to know how much I'm going to spend. What can I get for my money? And that's why, even though tonight was a late night, and I told Amanda, man, it's just too late. We do a show.
No.
And she said, no, we got to do a show. And I was like, God, but it's important because we want to grow this business.
Right.
We know you're watching. That's our marketing. That's telling you about our company, who we are as people. Listen, we get up early. I get up at 5 a.m. this morning. I get here, we get rolling, and I don't even know what time it is now. Is it 9:30? Something, 8 o'clock, 8:30, whatever it is. But we have to do this because I love what I do, and I want to make sure that we continue to grow. Right? I never like being stagnant. I don't like being stagnant in our designs, in our system, and how we work, and how we do, and how we grow. Do we have problems? Yeah.
Definitely.
We got customers that are dissatisfied, and we try our best to satisfy them. I'm going to tell you flat out. and we got customers that love us to death. And you know what? The people that don't like us or have had past, I do everything in my power to satisfy everything.
Right.
Our biggest thing is probably not having everything done on the time it needed,
Right.
the time frame. That's why our partnerships came into play. A big part of it is because we had like 50, 60 homes, and we just feel the pressure to get these out the door. And then people call and say, I want my home, want my home, want my home, want my home. And I understand you want your home. We all understand that. But when we have guys that miss work, things don't come in, materials, there's either maybe a water leak out here that we found. We have a lot of, not a lot, but we've had wires that have staples through them. I talk to Clayton Mobile Homes. They have wires and staples all the time. They're changing all the time. They're trying to, eliminate that. But when you've got physical hands doing things, things are going to happen wrong.
Things are going to happen.
It's not every house, but it's some homes, and that slows things down. You think about it. If we had probably a count of 170 homes a year that we build, there might be 15, right?
Yeah.
15 that have been, hey, we've had massive delays on, we've had problems with, or something broke. We have homes that are delivered across the country and the ceiling fan globe fell off.
Right.
One of them whipped around and knocked a mark in one of the beams, right? We've had screens fly off. There's just always going to be something.
Stuff happens.
And you know what? In my philosophy of how I'm running this company and how I want it to be done is I know our prices are massively less than everybody across the board.
Right.
So with that said, is not a justification for less quality. It's not that at all. We seek for the top quality we can get. The thing that I just want you guys to have is understand if things aren't done on time or we miss a couple things, whatever it is, I probably shouldn't feel that way because our prices are the way they are because I want to compete with everybody. But it's just like you're part of I really think that when you buy a home from us, you're part of a family here.
Yeah.
You own an incredible tiny home, a custom-built home that's built less than anybody across the country. So if a screen does fly off on the way there, or the fan hits a beam or does something or whatever, there's never going to be a home that's perfect. I just wish that there was a way of a little bit of a grace that allows us to maybe have some of these things. I don't want that. I don't shoot for that. It's not something that's in the back of my pocket. We got a grace card here. Never, ever, ever happens. But that 10 or 15 homes a year, you kind of need that, but we still don't rely on that. Tom and I, Will now, and the guys and the girls and everybody here, you wouldn't believe what it takes, all this, to keep this place going. All these books and all these files and all these cards and everybody, and we're getting, now that we have the properties over here, I got to have an attorneys draw up contracts for people that live here. What's going to happen if something bad happens out here? What's going to happen? All these things. And I'm like, yep. And I don't mind it. It's part of the business. It's part of growing. But there is things you have to deal with,
Yeah.
So, so when it comes to our homes, I still want the process to be simple. All right. And where it comes down to being difficult and taking so much time to get your tiny home or understand what you want is because you call and you're asking, a lot of questions.
Right.
And that's why I'm asking you, it's so much easier on you if you just research it before you do all your research you can before you actually, and send an email. If you have any questions, we'll feed them back. And it'll stop a lot of frustration on your end of thinking, I need this question, I need that question, I need question. Just do your own research, look into it. I actually learn a lot from our customers because I get texts and emails a lot, and it said, you know what, Randy, I looked into this wood stove. Can you believe that this wood stove's got this technology and it can da-da-da and all this? I said, I didn't even know.
Right.
So I learned a lot from you all by doing it. And I always said this from the beginning I did business. I said, I cannot know every product that's out there.
Right, of course.
There's just no way. I don't have the time. But when you've got thousands of people following you, that are looking into tiny homes or watching video after video. I love if you watch competitors and people. They got great designs. Who was it? Carol sent in a picture of a competitor's staircase. I said, yeah, Carol, let's do it. So we're building that. And you know what? It's not the same one. It's similar because I had to hybrid it a little bit.
Right.
But that helped me. I had a gentleman come in Sunday morning. He'd been here a few times. Name's Jamie. He might be watching or not, but you know what he had? A complete competitor's home that he wanted me to build. I said, all right, let's do it. Well, the home was over $120,000. I said, how much you got? He said, I got 50. I said, we need to do some chopping. So him and I sat here and we went over and we all, what's important to you on a house? What do you like to do? What do you want? And so we got it down. So we traded. He's going to give. I'm going to give. We're going to take, just like that. And we come to a decision. But we're going to build a competitor's home.
Right.
And I love it. And I'm not mad if somebody wants to build our home. That's fine with me. If a competitor wants to build our house, somebody likes our house, I think that's cool. You know? So, design, budget, and upgrades.
And just talk about really quick, you know, like one of the things when people come here, the kind of the technical things about it, we don't have a sales personnel on staff here. So we've kind of got a little different process when somebody comes.
Yeah, we don't have a sales. You come into a factory. We build homes. That's what we do. We're not a showroom. I don't have a welcome center. I don't have videos to sit down and watch. Maybe in the years to come we might. So when you come in here, we're swinging hammers. All right? So we don't have, I can't afford a salesperson to sit here and wait on people.
Right.
All right? So when you come here, it's a self-tour. You'll sign in. There's a waiver in case you step on a nail and break your ear. All right? So you come in here, you sign a waiver, and you guys can walk around. You can look at everything. You can go up inside of houses. And you know what? Come here and be agile.
And
because you're going to have to jump in a house. You're going to have to jump in a house that's 42 inches off the ground. All right? So don't wear a skirt. Maybe you can crawl on your knees.
None of that is true.
What?
He's such a liar.
I don't ever lie. Okay.
Okay. Okay. We'll all laugh about that later. You get to look at an RJO now, and keep in mind too, these are homes. They're customers' homes. So there's an RJO.
Everything here's sold. We don't have any models.
Everything, well, except for the hillbilly house. The RJO will show you that style, a Freedom, a Craftsman, and then of course if there's like a Highland or a hillbilly house, something unique like that will show you, or that you can go look at. But you can't go through every one of them.
And we try to keep the doors locked now because they're done, they're finished, the floors are clean and ready to go.
For the customer.
So, but we know you all are coming to visit and would love to show you homes. I mean, that's how we sell homes.
Right.
All right. So we want you to look around and get a feel of it. But it's more self-guided.
It's self-guided. And we also just started this. Will brought this up actually. And Alyssa typed it up and everything. And this is what we'll give you that we will send to the sales staff. And we just put this on the website today as well, that we're going to give you this form to fill out. And Alyssa will send that to sales, and sales will contact you.
Yeah, so it's an email. It's got your name, last name, date of birth, where you're born, blood type, email, reason I'm interested.
Yeah.
Divorce, murder.
No.
Budget, 0, dormer,
Wrong.
all, stairs, yes, wants, everything, needs, all, size.
But you get that when you come here, and then you can, sales will give you a call. Then what they'll do is they'll give you a quote. And that's what Randy was talking about, to have a sketch. They'll ask for your wish list.
This is if you don't want to get on the internet.
Right.
This is in case you don't want to get on our website.
Right.
All right. And you got the price list. So, but everything is on the website.
Right.
All right. And it's not got
every.
It hasn't got every single thing on the website. Like I said, I wished it did, and we'll hopefully get to where it's super interactive. What?
And then one of the things I just want you to touch on, you get contacted by design and what to expect.
Like never. I don't know.
What? What do you mean you don't know?
How long does it take?
What do you mean?
They send an email. I mean, Alyssa don't want to answer it. It doesn't get answered.
You don't know what anybody does here.
I know what everybody does, but I don't know how long it takes for them to be contacted. You tell me. Do you know?
Well, yeah.
Because they're going to say, I haven't been contacted in that length of time.
Exactly. But what they do is that they go in order. We've got a system, we got a build list, and it goes in order.
No. Contacted, not build list.
Right.
You said contacted.
No, well, I'm talking about the design. So you'll be.
What, after they buy a house?
Yes.
No. You jumped ahead. I thought you said right here, if they send this.
No. That's quick. That's within a few days, if not sooner.
Oh, really?
Yes, really.
I'm going to play it back because you didn't say when after they buy a house, they pay their money or a deposit.
Okay.
How long is it going to take, right?
Well, that's okay. I could be wrong. I've been wrong before.
Yeah, quite a bit. Okay.
Quite a bit.
So, on the if you sign a contract and make a deposit, right? Then to be contacted, you're going to be on the build list.
Yeah, you're on the build list.
And you got to go to design.
Yeah, but design will contact them when it's ready for their house to be designed, and then.
I understand that part.
Right.
I understand that part.
But
the sales staff is going to explain to you that now you're on a build list. Now we have this build list, and I'd love to show you.
Yeah.
All right, we got 139 on it right now.
Right.
And I think we're at like 90 up to 95 coming back and forth. So we are like, we're hoping that those bottom, that 39 will be done here in the next. Let's see, this is October, November. I'm hoping by the end of November, even more because of all our partnerships and everything we got going. I'd love to hit 150 before the end of the year.
Wow.
And but anyway, the sales staff will tell you you're on the build list now. When the design design guys will come up to you, or design staff will contact you, is when they'll start going on it. So it may be several weeks to a month before your design person will get to you.
Right.
Because they are designing. We have got 4 now on staff. 4 people.
Is there 4?
Kim, Marianne, Alex, and
Oh, I forgot
Tom.
about Alex. Okay, and Tom. Okay, great.
Yeah,
So
there's 4.
people.
Now, all 4 part-time. All right. So, but they're doing an amazing job. We've got SketchUp, 3D. I think Alex uses a CAD program. So they're knocking them out, but they're super detailed. And that's another thing that we'll get into another show, is about design and how we're going to change that to expedite the process and the speed in which we're doing. I'm sure I've totally bored everybody out of their mind about talking about all this stuff, right?
No, they're super interested about it. They're just.
But think about it. You guys, you all are me, and you're going to sell a tiny home, right? You're going to sell a tiny home, and it's $20, $30, $40, $50,000 cheaper than anybody in the country, and you get to design it however you want, right? How do you get all that information on a piece of paper? Hurry up and do it. So I know you're anxious to get your home, right? You're impatient. I would be too. And you're waiting for weeks, but you want it, and then you want it built immediately. I understand all that. And we're dealing with our society, which I'm included, is I want it now. You know what? I don't want to wait. And I understand that. That's why, is that grace thing?
Yeah.
It's worth the wait. Now, for me, financially, if I could sell your house on a Tuesday, I'd like to have it to you on a Wednesday. All right, but I can't do that. But if I can close that gap, and that's what we're doing with our partnerships across the country, as we build the company up, we're becoming more efficient and faster in building your homes. So you're going to wait several weeks to a month or more before you'll get close to the designer. And your sales staff, our sales staff will tell you that. Once you're in the design phase, what happens is we have your sketch, we have your wish list, and we have your amenities. I mean your
Upgrades.
Your upgrades, but you got your estimation sheet.
Yeah.
And that has everything on it. Hey, I want a farm style sink. You know, I want a medicine cabinet. I want a full vanity. I want a bathtub. You know, I want a tankless water heater. I want all those things, right? So what happens, the design takes that information out of the file, which is on Co-Construct, right, is our software program, that now that you're a customer of ours, you have logged into a Co-Construct program, an app that you'll have, and you can look on there, and all your information is on there. So all your emails go through Co-Construct, that we can keep track of that.
But that's after they're active, is that right?
No, you can on it before they're active. You can log everything on. You're active is when we start building, and we put you out there. So we can put everything on there. When you're active, yeah, the pictures start coming in, and we do that. But what we want to do is keep track of all the emails, because you cannot go by sending Randy a text or me a phone call.
No.
I will never remember what you send me.
No.
I used to be able to, and I just, there ain't no way anymore.
Right.
So it's all going to be done on an email. That way we know. And any changes that we do is always done. It's got to be verified. Just so we just don't want to make mistakes,
It
and that's
has
what we're
to come
trying to
through
do.
the email.
Yeah. We don't, and we make them. What was it? We left out of here in the shelving in the kitchen. We hurried up and get out of here. There's no shelving in the kitchen.
Right.
But he came by here anyway. He had to come back by here. We made him some shelves today, and he took them with him.
Right.
So stuff like that, and that's what I'm saying. The the system is getting more and more honed in, and we're excited about it. It's like this. You know what I've really learned, I think, in life, more so than anything, is that I know I'm going to make mistakes.
Right.
I know I'm not going to be perfect. But I try my darndest to be the most perfect thing in the world every day. And I don't know why, but every day I wake up wanting to do it again, wanting to try to be perfect. And I just know that when I'm not, I don't let it destroy me. And if it did, I would never take the chance that I've got here. I would have never built this building that I didn't know was even going to stand, right? I built a big trust and I thought it'd fall down. I didn't know. I had to go for it. I had to go for buying this property. I had to go for everything you see is an absolute gamble of everything I've done here. Has been a complete gamble. And so I know I'm going to make a mistake, and I have. So we're going to try to hone in on that and eliminate them as much as we can constantly. That's just how you are when you're in business, right? And I never look at the mistakes that we have done. I always look at trying to be better. All right, guys, just that's behind us. You know, we got folks here. When who was I think I said the other day is like, when you were little kids, we would get in squabbles and we'd fight, right? And then the next day, we're hanging out in the playground. We're best buddies, and that's just how it is. I think we've gotten away from that. Now people hold grudges. People want to walk in and just cold cock you when you're not watching,
True.
which you never sucker punched a person in the world back when I was a kid. You got to stand up and say, hey, it's coming, and that's what you're supposed to do. But you never sucker punch, you never undermine anybody. So anyway, with all that said, you put that into a company's philosophy of being straightforward and honest and admitting what you got to do and doing all you can to stand up for what you got. Other than that, and I think, you know what, the people that I've talked to that have come through our gate, the people I've talked to on the phone and text and email me, they realize that's real life. And they realize that building a home can have situations, and we're doing all we can, and that's what they want. They want just to be an open communication. And that's what I do. All right? Two.
Two things.
Two things.
Two things.
Two.
Today, we were talking with Kelly, because Kelly takes care of all the, getting the forest, the beach, and all the lots filled. To my knowledge, at the end of the day today, there was literally either 1 or 2 lots left in the prairie, and that was it.
No way.
And we're full. That's big news.
Isn't that cool?
Yeah. The other thing, would you talk about the financing? Update everybody on the financing, where we're at.
Wow.
Yeah.
I ain't got a clue.
Well, I sent you that email.
Yeah.
Yeah.
About the financing?
Yeah, about that Sheldon, he put it at the top of the list, the priority that we're waiting on. It should have already been mailed, the release.
Yeah.
Giving it to
Okay.
you.
I thought we
You
talked
take
about
it.
that
Look
before.
here, tag.
Yeah.
You got it.
Yeah.
Well, they just want an update.
Yeah,
Some people don't know.
Before I started the company, I had a buddy of mine that I went to college with. He was in Detroit, and he had a good friend that was an attorney, and I didn't have any money, and so they kind of helped me out and got me going up there with my company and all that stuff, because I was working in Detroit for my buddy. So this attorney is still on board with us, and when we need, he's not a full-time attorney for me because we don't need him a lot, but he's still in contact, and he takes care of taxes and stuff. And so I had a tax lien that was from Brothers Cove. I didn't know I had a tax lien from Brothers Cove until I had lost Brothers Cove. I didn't have a dime, and so I go to the tax IRS office in downtown Knoxville, and I was a part of a 3-year audit, and we did $8.5 and $8.7 million worth of work in 06 and 07, and didn't find one thing out of bounds, right? 07 and 08. And then they said, well, you got a $10,000 tax from your payroll or something like that personally. I almost cried there because I just lost everything. I went to take care. I want to make sure I was all right with my taxes. I said 10,000 might as well be 10 million.
Right.
And so that tax lien has just always stayed on me, and I didn't have anything. I've never had a checking account, bank account. 3 years ago, I went to the bank and I said, "How's my credit?" And they said, "You don't have credit. You're a zero. We don't even know who you are.
Zero.
You don't even know who you are, right?" And I'm kind of glad it's been like that in a way because I've not borrowed any money. I haven't borrowed money for a car or a truck, a house, nothing. The land that we have here was borrowed directly to the city. Didn't have to go through the bank, didn't do nothing. They held the note, signed a paper, done, closed, perfect. It was like a handshake. That's why I love Cocke County, I love Newport, Tennessee, and I love the people here that are common sense, down to earth, and say, you know what? We want you in this community. Let's sell it to you. Boom, done.
Right.
That was it. Any upgrades I did, if I go belly under, they get them all.
Well,
fine with me.
It was a piece of land nobody even wanted.
Nobody wanted it.
Nobody
they
wanted
drove by
this
here
land.
and just never wanted a piece of
No.
land. 200,000 feet of concrete. I
Yeah.
said, my God, how come you not want that? I could rollerblade on this thing if I don't build something on it.
Ah, that's true.
So it's like, that's what we did, you know. So when it comes time to the money and how we're going to do all that stuff,
So real, yeah.
Well-
that's what's to get us to the
yeah.
financing.
He said what it was is that they have to have a release of it because it's been 10 years, and they
Right.
released me of my lien, and it was in July.
Right.
And so it's been 10 years, and that's when they release you of all your lien obligations and stuff, right?
And and the way to get notified is through the mail. Well, because of COVID and because of everything, we haven't gotten that letter yet.
No.
So Sheldon, we
Yeah.
contacted him Friday.
Yep. And I've had customer, Mark, you probably watching, he said goat is supposed to be in public records and tax offices or the, you know, in the record in the courthouse. That's not what this is. It's not
It's
been
different.
done of that.
Yeah.
So we're waiting. We have to get it directly from the IRS. So it's super simple, like everything else.
It is.
As soon as we get it, I cocked the 21st mortgage. They said, Randy, you're all in except for the letter. As soon as we plug it in, he said, we're ready to give you your 4-digit number. Do you understand?
5-digit, wasn't it?
I don't know. Anyway, there are tiny homes all over the country that have got 21st mortgage.
Yes.
And they're building homes like crazy. We have been trying to do this for a year
I know.
or more.
Yeah. It's been a little over a year.
Think about that. We have been trying to do everything. You know why? Because people don't have the adversity that we've had, that I have had
No.
personally, that I've had a previous business that played on,
Yeah.
that were in the state, that had Secretary of State, and I had to get licensed in Michigan and had to bring it down here. Who does that?
But
Who has all
but
that?
it's also
Oh my
last year it does happen like that, but this year especially with COVID and everything.
But we're still
we're
alive.
still alive.
We're still growing and alive with no financing, all the stuff that we've come against us. Everything is, and we're still moving.
I'll tell you what I think's happened, and everybody may agree. I don't know, but don't you think, guys? And I think Randy thinks this too. There's a reason why it all waited, and I think it waited because of the partnerships. Because once the financing hits, everybody's going to be trained up. They're already going to know how to build, and that's what it's waited on.
That was my plan,
Yeah.
and I didn't know if it would work or not, because Tom called me today and he goes, Randy, we're building them faster than we can get. We're building them now faster than we can get to them.
Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 homes will be completed this week, either being picked up, leaving, or sitting out there waiting to go into a lot. 6 homes. 1, 2, 3,
Most we
4,
ever
5,
had.
6.
Most we ever had.
6 this week.
And Will that came here, he was
Yes.
been in the military, been self-employed, all that. He came in here. Can't believe you got somebody come in here and just dove into our dream.
He did.
And a part of it. He wants to get all the ones that are outside waiting to be fixed up, waiting on things that needed to be
Finishing.
done.
Yeah.
He wants it done before I leave.
Yes.
That means if all those are done, the men that are working on them that has been costing us money
Yes.
that has not been budgeted can come inside this building now and build homes. And these homes will not leave that door until they're tested, tried, ANSI, done,
Right.
finished up, cleaned, ready to go, checklist off, and then shrink wrapped and ready to go outside.
Yes. That's right.
That's our process. And every partnership is the process. And so for that to happen, Tom said to me today, he goes, we're building them faster than I can organize the materials and get it all set up.
Yeah.
I said, Tom, it's like this. It was before, it was the opposite.
Yes.
Now we're getting ready. I said, hang in there. Because I said, I know, finance, and we'll be ready for finance. And I said, yeah, I know it. Because I don't want to have 200 homes come in here like we did before, and then they got to wait a year.
I know, that's right.
I can't have that happen.
No more.
We got the resort homes across the street we're going to be building.
Hey, I want to name drop just a little bit because
Yeah.
it's exciting to find out who's leaving, okay? Axum, 8x16. Hasso, 8x16. Moulton, 8x18, her standard. Moulton, 8x18, her salt box house. Munir with the kit, and it was the 8x16. And 8x28 Taylor, they're coming in tomorrow. And Will is finishing up the tile in there, but they'll be here tomorrow. Lauren and Amanda.
Nice.
Yes. Six homes.
And I'm hoping maybe the container will leave for Dave.
Yeah.
That container will leave next week. Some other. Yep. That's why it's going to have to be out here now.
It's rolling.
Rolling and going. So, and we had guys in here. Kevin's needing a house. Albert's needing a new house. Zach's needing a new house. They're all ready for new houses. They're like, hey, we got stacks of trailers. We're shipping 5 trailers to Oregon tomorrow. Loading the truck up. The boy from Oregon, he's heading out and driving out. He's heading home. When I land on Friday, they wanted me to be at the shop when I land to start plumbing homes and framing them.
Yeah.
So they're excited about it, you know. So as soon as I hit the ground in Portland, I'm going straight to Salem and start working, you know.
The deal, Sam is still working the contract with Bryce's container, the 8x40. It's not finalized yet, but it is pending. So that is still a pending sale on that.
Yeah.
So
it falls through, we'll let you know.
Yeah, we'll let you know what happens with that. Yeah.
Yep. So, all right. And so the design, I want to talk about design later on another show, and we'll tell you how that's going to be changing and helping everybody and getting, we're trying to hone in on a little bit more things and keep all the frills out here and bring you in. So when you call in and you do not know what you want, it's bad.
Yeah, it slows the process.
It's really bad.
You got to know, sign your prints so we can get going.
Think about somebody calling you not knowing what they want.
I know.
But they demand they want something.
I know, they need their house.
Right.
Like, well, you got to tell me what you want.
But I've heard people, I mean, on a lot of accounts, that a lot of tiny home companies don't answer their phones.
They don't.
They, if they talk to you on the phone, they charge you for their time
Yes.
immediately, right? They don't answer. They don't want anything to do with the public. They're bombarded with work.
You do not get to visit.
You don't get to visit their
No.
warehouse. You don't get to go in and look around. You don't get to
No.
do any of that. Make sure, okay? What?
What? Can we show really quick, where we're going Friday, where we're leaving?
We're going to Portland on Friday because we have a Portland partnership out there. Amanda's going to go out there and video everything while I'm working with them, so we can video and show you guys what's going on. All right, the partnership, the facility, the men, the work, and
What's expected, what they
all that
know,
stuff.
all this
Because
stuff.
just like we went and videoed the Amish, we want to build a trust. I know we got 6 homes really out west that we want to build. And we want that company to build them for us because it helps on the haul bill. It saves money, but it also is in that general area.
Right.
I'm going to physically be there for a week helping them. I'm going to go back. I'm thinking actually taking Tom the next month, and him and I go back there, and we're going to work with him even more, hone it in. Every partnership will get me visiting their homes probably 3, 4, 5 times, whatever I got to do to hone in and keep these guys right on the money.
Well, where are we at with partnerships? Because I know we've got a lot going on right now.
Actually, Tom said to me today, he goes, he said, man, he said, we just need to slow down a little bit because, and I told him this, I said, you know, our partnerships were built for this. And I'm going to tell you, in my mind, because of our numbers, if I have 20 partnerships, I'm thinking about building maybe a partnership will build 1 to 3 homes a month.
Right.
Okay? So if I got 20 and they build 1 to 3 is a lot for a partnership, 3 homes. And I've got some partnerships that are wanting to build 5, 6, 7, 8. They think they do. It takes a lot to make that happen.
Yeah.
A lot. And I really don't want a partnership to get big numbers, because I know what it's like out here to keep this going. I would love for them to be no more than 3 or 4.
Right.
And I'll be in that process to understand what they're doing and their protocol and their systems and their facilities and all that stuff to keep quality up.
Because just because it's a tiny home does not mean it's an easy home to put together if you've never done it. You have to get down a process.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that's the hardest part, is the process. So, but that's what it was built on. And so we're hoping we can, I will. And what I like about it is we don't have any more inventory here. Limited amount of inventory. And that keeps our building condensed. And we're going to try to add it onto the building, but that's only to hold our homes that we built and lodging there. And hopefully I can give maybe Amanda a place to decorate the houses.
I need it
do more
desperately.
videos and pictures and all that stuff. Yeah, let me show you what's in this box. We got a dead dog.
I know. He's ready
Look
for
at
bed.
him.
We don't want to show everything. We're not doing it yet. But we just want to show that we got this and let her know that.
Amanda Hayes. Amanda Hayes is the CEO.
What do you want to do today, Johnny Paul? So there,
all right.
Yeah.
Hope you have a good night. We got to go to bed.
I got to drive home.
Yeah.
Where's my glasses?
How long does it take you to get home?
25 minutes.
I think, yeah, we'll find your glasses.
Okay. If not, I'm sleeping in the office. So
Yeah.
In
All
my
right.
chair.
Hey, hang in there with us. Watch us every night. We're going to bring you our business and our life as we journey through all this stuff and trying to be. I know everybody out there has got your own personal challenges in life, all right? We have them here, and I used to share a lot about what I go through, but I've learned more and more that as we become a bigger business and become more people that watch, I've learned a lot too, and I want to be able to bring I want to bring a good time to you guys. Not that I'm a Jimmy Fallon or I'm a Seinfeld guy. I'm not that at all. It's if anything that I can just show you, hey, somebody is taking life and they're running with it. Pretty much that's about all I can do. And every day I get up and we always have something to be thankful for. I'm telling you. And it could always be worse than what it is right now. And I know there's some people in some really bad situations. But I just want to tell you that we are imperfect people. We are just like you guys. We're just trying to make a living out here, okay? I'm just fortunate you guys want to come and watch us. So come see us, 850 Industrial Road, Newport, Tennessee, and sign that paper before you go tour.
Exactly. All right.
Have a good night.